Are you considering moving to the Flower Mound area, but you're wondering what the cost of living is like? Well, that's what we're covering today, and we're starting right now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're Bret and Molly Chance with Texas Home Life Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Flower Mound, Texas. Be sure and hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell notification so that you know when we make those new videos every single week about all things real estate related in the Flower Mound area.
Today we're talking about the cost of living in Flower Mound. And the biggest factor of the cost of living in Flower Mound is the housing cost. The median home price in Flower Mound is $382,700, which is higher than the median home price across the U.S. at $231,200. And the Texas median prices, well, it's $195,000. So now let's look at the average rents. For a 3-bedroom home, you're looking at $2,400 a month versus $1,500 across the U.S. And for a 4-bedroom house in Flower Mound, it's significantly higher at over $3,100 a month versus the U.S. it's just under $1,800 a month.
So after housing, property taxes are something that you'll definitely want to be aware of in Texas. In 2018, Texas had the 3rd highest property tax rate in the nation. The average effective tax rate in Texas was 2.18%, trailing only to New Jersey and Illinois. Unlike other states in the top tier though, Texas has no income tax and relies heavily on property tax revenue to fund public schools and local government. However, we do have exemptions such as the homestead exemption, ag, and over 65, which helps save a little money, as well as the cap that the state just announced to keep appraised values from going too high year over year. At the 2.18% tax rate for the state of Texas, the owner of a $200,000 home in Texas paid $4,360 in property taxes a year on average. Flower Mound's rate is a little lower at 2.07, so on the median priced home of $382,700, the property tax would be right at $7,922 for the year.
So based on the research from bestplaces.net, looking at the healthcare costs, utilities, groceries, and gas, and all that, we're actually right in line with across the nation. However, we are just a little bit higher than the average in the state of Texas.
Now let's look at how the cost of living stacks up against the other cities in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. Overall, Flower Mound is in line with Keller, Grapevine, Frisco, and Plano, and a little bit lower than Argyle, Southlake, Colleyville, Coppell, and Prosper.
We hope this gives you a good idea about the cost of living here in Flower Mound. If you're considering moving to Flower Mound, be sure to download our relocation guide, just click below, and look at the video that we've done on the pros and cons about living in Flower Mound as well.
Before you go, be sure and hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below if there's any questions that we can answer for you about living in the Flower Mound area. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.